Fred Cantu.
And I'm meteorologist Kelly Slifka here. We're getting closer to the weekend Thursday, and we've got some nice winter.
Well, oh, it'll come back, but not today. February
always Facebook, which I do every morning. It's just kind of a teaser as to what the weather's going to be like. I just said it's going to be beautiful over the next couple of days. People aren't so happy about it, I guess.
No, too beautiful?
Yeah, here we go again. Timothy says, we need rain, rain. Please wash away this pollen out of the air. Gene says, I miss winter. Well, Gene, go up to Wisconsin. Jeff Stoner, he must be watching us online or something. He says it's 27 below here. I'm in Wisconsin. The wind is blowing from the northwest at 30 miles per hour. This is real winter, and he got one like on that one. Later part of January, February, but right now, 50 degrees, both at the airport and also at Camp Mabry. The winds are at the south-southwest, as strong as 12 miles per hour, keeping our temperatures up a little bit. And with that southwest wind, boy, if you want winter, you're going to hate this. Temperatures are well into the 70s. Just Kelly Slifka, here it is Wednesday, halfway through the work week, and it's kind of cool out there this morning.
Cool? It's like 30s out there now.
It is 30s. It's January. It's supposed to be like this, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
It's not bitterly cold, but there's a noticeable wind out there, so you will need a heavier jacket. Much different out. Chilly out there this morning, and especially with that wind, if you're in the open area, you're going to notice that breeze out of the north. Right now at the airport, it's up to 10 miles an hour. It's down to 36 at the airport, 37 at Camp Mabry. We do have clear skies out there this morning. And yeah, beautiful yesterday. We were in the 70s. 2 o'clock, then that temperature just kind of slid. And now we're at the low down to 37. I want to take a look at tomorrow, though. This is going to be interesting. We're going to get off to a cool start, but look at how these temperatures are going to really rise. Just a beautiful afternoon. We'll get that southwest wind. That really allows that temperatures to rise. So that'll be tomorrow. Today's kind of that transition day. Winds right now out there are out of the north, anywhere between 3 to about 10 miles an hour. And we have quiet weather across much of the nation's midsection. This is the storm that we're talking about out there towards Seattle and parts of the Pacific Northwest. Just heavy snow. They're going to be counting feet of snow, 3, 4 feet of snow in some of the higher elevations out here in Washington and Oregon. Portland mainly just rain, but as you head up towards Seattle, it's cold enough that they are seeing snow even at those lower elevations where they do have winter storm warnings in effect, winter storm watches in effect for much of the Pacific Northwest. And that extends into the northern Rockies. They're finally getting some of that snow that they've really been lacking so far this winter season. See some of that colder air up to the north. Temperatures below 0 up there in North Dakota. So finally some of that Arctic air moving down into northern parts of the United States. Seasonably cool for the northeast with 20s and 30s. Down across the south, seasonably cool too. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Clear skies right now, and we are expecting plenty of sunshine on this Wednesday. Should be a beautiful afternoon after getting off to a chilly start. Yeah, we're in the 30s now, but we should be in the low 50s by the noon hour and getting close to 60. The winds will be very light out of the west at about 4 to 8. All right, Cedar pollen 160 did come up just a little bit from yesterday's report and probably will continue to come up just a little bit for today. Do have clear skies. That front that brought us the colder air yesterday afternoon, late yesterday afternoon, is well down to our south right now. High pressure is building in from the north, keeping us clear, but also bringing in some of that colder air. It's down to 30 right now in Dallas. We're at 37, 40 in San Antonio, 45 in Houston. Some 20s showing up out there in the Panhandle and the Big Country. 32 right now in Georgetown, so right at freezing. 37 in Austin, San Marcos. 32 in Fredericksburg and Llano. Head off to the east a little bit milder. 37 in LaGrange. 36 right now in Giddings. Thorndale right now at 35. Microcast for today. You know, cold out there this morning, but as we get that sun up in just over an hour, we should see these temperatures rise into the low 50s by the noon hour, and we should be getting very close to 60, which is pretty typical for this time of January. So it should be a seasonable day and actually fairly pleasant this afternoon. Highs up to 60 with lots of sunshine. Winds will become westerly at 4 to 8. Not quite as cold tonight. Still chilly, though, down to 42 with that southerly wind at 4 to 8 miles per hour. That southwesterly wind will pick up tomorrow, and that's why that temperature will soar into the upper 70s. Still upper 70s on Fridays. We'll see a little bit of Gulf moisture moving in, maybe a few clouds out there. A weak cold front drops us just a little bit on Saturday, but then we rebound Sunday. Next chance of light rain with a fast-moving Pacific storm system early next week. Down toward LaGrange, you can see the heavier reds. A lot of lightning with that line that's moving in. You could actually see a little bit of small hail. Right now, we're not getting reports of hail with this line that's moving through parts of Lee County down into Fayette County. Also some heavier rains down there in Caldwell County, east of the San Marcos toward Lockhart, down toward Luling, picking up some heavier rains. These are the very impressive storm totals. I'm going to click on some of these. This yellow just south of San Marcos, 5 inches. This is indicated by our storm tracker Doppler. You go into parts of Travis County, 3 to 4 inches. Like I mentioned, the airport actually recorded over 5 inches of rain. The rain does tail off the further north you go, but but even into parts of Williamson County, picking up 1 to 1.5 inches of rain. And the further east you go, the rainfall amounts were a lot lighter. Parts of Blanco County, southern Blanco County, picked up 2.5 inches of rain as well. So you can see that was lined up right along the I-35 corridor. I'm sure I-35, we're going to see a lot of ponding of water if you're headed from down to San Antonio, expecting some delays. Let's take a look at our X-Vision radar now. The line continues to march on to the east. We basically have light rain here in Austin, areas to the west. In fact, it actually has quit raining out here in Blanco County, Hayes County, just to the west of Wimberley. The rain has ended. Heavier storms, though, now lined up from Milam County through Lee County, moving through Fayette County now, at least in the western part of Fayette County. That's headed toward LaGrange. Be on the lookout for some heavy rain, a lot of lightning. We've seen a lot of lightning with these storms rolling through as well, so be on the lookout for that. Right now, we're not getting hail reports, but that still is a potential. The good news is they have actually discontinued that tornado watch for the I-35 corridor, basically from Georgetown through Austin, down to San Marcos and areas to the west, as that line of storms continues to march on the east. We still have those flooding concerns, though. Flash flood warnings in effect for Hayes and Travis County until 8 o'clock, down to the south into Caldwell County until 8 o'clock, western Bastrop County. Over there in Cedar Creek, which is just west of Bastrop, we've had subdivisions being reported flooded. Lee County now has a flash flood warning in effect until 9 o'clock. And of course, this tornado watch is in effect for Bastrop, Lee, and also down toward Caldwell County in effect until 11 o'clock. Temperatures now are actually dropping. We were in the upper 60s just a couple of hours ago, but behind our system we're dropping 50s now, upper 50s, 58 at the airport, 57 at Camp Mabry, and the rain continues to march on. But you can see how we just got inundated with that rain. Line of storms now well east of San Antonio. Between Waco and Dallas, if you're traveling to the north, they're going to see that rain extend a little bit longer, so a lot of problems if you're headed up on I-35 as we head through later today, and throughout the afternoon we could see as much as 4 to 5 inches of rain up there as well. See the rain, the microcast showing that rain starts to taper off, just a slight chance of a shower by the noon hour, and that'll continue into the afternoon. I think the bulk of the rain is going to hold off to the west later today. This is the upper level part of the storm system, just light to possibly moderate rain out there in parts of western and northern parts of the hill country as we head into this evening and overnight tonight, and then everything starts to lift up to our north. Rainfall tallies, well, we've already got it. We've already seen, as much as 5 inches of rain. That could be continuing up to the north as this storm system continues to march through the area. The front basically now to our east as this storm system will continue to track to our north, but that upper level low is still hanging off to the west. We're in the 50s now, but out ahead of that storm, still in the 70s, so that warm air is clashing with this cooler air that's working in behind the storm system. Basically a perfect setup to produce a lot of rain and even some hail and some gusty winds out there. 70 in LaGrange and getting 62 in Thorndale now, 57 here in Austin. Tails off quickly off there in Fredericksburg right now, 52. 52 also in Mason. So we'll watch the storm system continue to march away. We'll still see a lot of clouds today, maybe a light shower passing through as the storm moves through. This is that upper level low that's kind of just lagging behind the surface area of low pressure, maybe producing a shower or two, and that'll be lifting to our north as we head through the overnight through tomorrow. And then high pressure builds in, and I think we'll get into some sunshine later tomorrow afternoon, and that's just Friday. So rain this morning diminished.